It is our live Michael and Son weather cam. It's still 58. Temps are not going to go down much tonight, if at all. Winds out of the south at 7, but by 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they will pick up out of the south-southwest and be gusty, over 25 miles an hour. Here is a first alert live Doppler over the last hour, and there's still quite a bit of rain showers to the north of us, even some individual heavier activity just around Hagerstown, between Hagerstown and Frederick. So a lot of you folks coming in 270 southbound toward town will have wet roads tomorrow. Nothing severe, but wet roads. So this is what we're looking at right now. Hagerstown down 68, all the way down to 45. Just a heavier activity, and then just light to moderate activity between Frederick and Myersville. This is headed, though, over toward Middletown at about 11:43 on our storm tracker, and into Frederick a little bit after midnight. Also lighter activity out Georgia Avenue toward Olney, also out toward Rockville, and some light activity over the bridge into Fairfax County. So for tomorrow, for the bus stop, well, warm, 54 to 66, but a couple showers are possible. But again, nothing severe. Yellow weather alert tomorrow afternoon for thunderstorms. Critical time now, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. And the main threat still appears to be damaging winds. Yes, we could have some hail, isolated tornado not out of the question, but mainly we're just talking about strong winds. 6 a.m. tomorrow, no worries in town. Showers back in the mountains, temps in the upper 50s, low 60s. By 9 o'clock, there are those showers. They just kind of skirt the northern burbs, especially around I-70. And then these showers move through in a hurry. By 12:30, 1 o'clock, they really race through the immediate metro area. So it's not going to be long-lived, but they could be intense as they roll through. It may last no more than an hour. We may have some straggler showers behind, but they will not be severe by any means. Now, in terms of forecast for the winds, look at this. 41-mile-per-hour wind gust tomorrow at noon. That's without any thunderstorms, so get ready. Day planner, 60s to start, 71 by 11 o'clock and 76 by 1 o'clock. Things starting to heat up by about 1 o'clock. Behind the front, cooler on Thursday, 50s. Snow or rain shower possible on Friday. Now, Saturday, cold, back in the 40s, but then we're in the 50s on Sunday, 60s on Monday and Tuesday. Better chance for showers on Tuesday.
All right, Top, I'm up here with a mix of millennials that we have gathered to watch the president's joint address to Congress. We can't talk to all of them, though. I can tell you it's been a party up here in the conference room. No beverages, no alcoholic beverages allowed. There's been really good energy here, and they have a lot to say about what they heard. So I guess in general, your general take of what the president said. He wanted to be optimistic and hopeful. Did he achieve that?
I think he started off with a tone of unity and trying to bring people together, which I think was nice. I was happy he talked about tax reform and regulatory reform. We haven't had a very good growth opportunity the last 8 years, 1.6% GDP growth on average, never a single year 3% growth. So I was happy to see that we're going to have a pro-growth environment now.
It might be nice to know your name and what your political affiliation is.
Evan Young with the Montgomery County Young Republicans.
Okay. And you've been listening to these joint addresses for many years as well. You've been following this president throughout the entire candidacy to this day. What did you think about his speech? Were you affirmed? Did you approve of what you heard?
So I think this is probably the best version of Trump that we've seen. My name is Angela Morabito. I'm from standunited.org, and we see petitioners every day who are extremely concerned about taxes and extremely concerned about immigration. And those two things are deeply connected. So Trump started to lay out some specifics about relieving the Obamacare tax burden, but the details just can't be packed into a speech that has time constraints. So the most important part of this speech isn't what happens tonight, it's what happens tomorrow and the next day and the day after that and the details that get ironed out.
I know you're looking to hear more details as well. You're a Democrat. Were you disappointed in any way by what you heard tonight?
Definitely was, Leslie. I mean, when you talk about, Trump talked a lot about in the campaign, putting America first, but in the entire speech, he only talked about health care. He only talked about child care as well as women's care as paid family leave once in the entire speech. That's not putting America first. That's not fighting for families. And that's something that I was disappointed I didn't hear. What I did like, though, was that for the first time in his presidency, we finally saw President Trump and his tone and how he addressed the joint session.
Tell me your name again.
Shanti Martinez with the Young Democrats of Prince George's County.
And he goes to Howard University, too. Got to get a plug in there. The youngest among us here.